Happy holidays. All right, you know how you can tell that it's Christmas? The rampant anxiety, angry shopping, and slow delivery times, Ryder? No, you cynical bastard. For mental health, I have been going on walks in my suburban neighborhood. And this is before I start drinking heavily at night with all the curtains drawn, watching a digital fireplace on a short loop. Last night, on my walk, I finally kind of looked up and looked around and saw a bewildering array of shtick, kitsch, crap. I don't know. But let me back up. Maybe this will make more sense. When I was growing up, I don't know, maybe 3/4 to 7/8 of the houses had Christmas lights. And even the people without kids, they put in some effort. It was a neighborhood-wide display. I mean, it's almost as if they all got together at some point and had this little conversation. The social signal of a good neighbor in summer is to mow your lawn, and in winter, you put up lights. You be festive, by jolly. And only red or white lights. None of this blue and yellow crap. Jeez, have some taste and discretion. Well, now, only about 5%, maybe 1/20th of the houses I walk by actually have any decorations. And really, they're pretty damn lazy. I mean, Clark Griswold would be ashamed. So, lights are now in this net form, right? You just drape it over a shrub and it's like 16 different colors. Or you put a spinning laser projection on your garage door, right? You just push a little stake into the ground, point it at your garage door, plug it in, and instant lameness. And what's up with all this inflatable crap with all the little fans running all the time? I mean, everyone has the same snowman in every yard or some sort of fake inflated Christmas tree that's next to an actual tree. And they never seem to be working right or lit evenly. Geez, I've got this great picture. It's this unicorn, and its front legs have collapsed because there's not enough airflow, and it's got its ass hiked up in the air as if it's waiting to be mounted by this inflatable Snoopy that's behind it. I mean, unicorns and Snoopy? And penguins? There's penguins all over the place, too. And then, of course, there's all these lumpy white snowmen who keep falling over and face planting, and I think that's just a metaphor unto itself anyway. But all this sort of made me wonder. Since all the decorations are now just a stake in the ground or some lights around the tree base, I mean, it's not even the whole tree. They just wrap the shaft. I mean, what a tease. But back to it. Whoever thought it was a really good idea to put lights on a house anyway? That sounds ridiculous. I mean, how did they convince people that it was nearly socially mandatory to risk life and limb to mount electrically powered lights and glass to your house? Well, I did some research. It started in 1882 with Thomas Edison, Edward Johnson, and a couple other people, blah, blah, blah. But I can just see the marketing scheme, right, from the power company. You can see how this shakes out with Edison. How are we going to get more electricity used in winter? Oh, yes, that's a great idea, old chap. How about we say it is anti-Christmas not to have lights on your house? And if you hate Christmas, you also hate God and children, and you're anti-American. But by 1895, President Coolidge had lights on his Christmas tree, and by 1920, Christmas lights were this kind of thriving, growing industry. However, it's really not as cynical as I thought. Christmas lights were actually much, much safer than the alternative decorations people were using. Yeah, that's right. They were decorating their Christmas trees with candles. What could possibly go wrong? And yet they didn't trust electricity. Still, I'm more interested in what this recent observation says, if anything, about our society. First, why do fewer people decorate their houses now? I mean, there's a lot of excuses, reasons, economic and labor related, on why someone would, and probably should, avoid ritual ornamentation. After all, it's really not practical or efficient. It also leans into shallow consumerism. But this is during Christmas, so we probably shouldn't talk about that. And from a very elitist point of view, and high mod design, ornament is a crime. But of course, I live in the suburbs, so this isn't elitist. This is totally something else. And of course, the social signaling of neighborliness doesn't seem to be in consensus anymore. People still signal, which can be seen through Trump flags and bumper stickers that are next to a keep honking, I'm reloading, and somehow there's a Christian fish involved in all that. But what we might want to consider is the outer realm of public-facing ritual niceties. Little things such as not parking your car to block the sidewalk, these are disappearing, as well as a communal oneness of sort of like tacit behaviors and traditions. Has the beneficence of Christmas spirit simply moved indoors? Is that where it's gone and I just can't see it now? Or has it moved even further from physical space to virtual, online space? Do we now show our love, do we show our spirit through the magical portal of the screen? Mircea Eliade discusses the structure of sacred space and how it must remain distinct from profane space or secular space. By removing the physical trappings of ritual and demarcations of what is or is not sacred, do we somehow also remove the necessary gateway and trappings that can allow for our soul to encounter mystery? When we flatten all space into a screen, when the portal to encounter mystery and love is equally used for shopping or paying your bills, have we collapsed our ability to manifest the sacred? Or maybe in good consumer fashion, after saving all that money not buying Christmas decorations, perhaps I should have one screen for the profane and another for the sacred. Thank you. That was a quick one that went from idea to podcast in a few hours. If you liked it, please like, share, subscribe, all those good things. And of course, have a safe and happy holidays.